Alright, so if you're anything like me, you probably go about the world every day and you're aware that things could be better. You're probably a pretty good person at the core of your heart and you wish that things would be better for people around you, like your friends, your family, but you keep returning to the fact that a lot could be better for you specifically. The world has been kicking you around for nearly your whole life. You look in the mirror and you see someone who is very flawed. It's almost as if God nerfed you. It's like you're a video game character and you have these certain stats that are just way below average, and you're thinking to yourself, am I always going to be like this? When does this get better? Why me? Well, I'm here to tell you that yes, your life is going to be better, and no, this is not how the rest of your life is going to be. Listen, your character stats are a function of a few different things, but before we get into that, I don't want to waste any time here. I get that you want to be the man. You want to travel on your own accord. You want respect from people. You want to be the hero of the story. You want to grab the girl from the burning building. You want that feeling that you're on top of the world. You want to feel powerful. You want to have a network of like-minded men. And you want to speedrun your way there. You don't want to deal with all the BS that comes along the way where people just tell you to work hard, like your grandparents when that's what they did, when it was a completely different generation and a different time to be alive. As a matter of fact, you're sick of people telling you what to do. You're tired of clocking into some mind-numbing job that you're just dumping your soul into something that you just do not want to do. Let's be real here, you're not like thrilled in the car you drive, the place you live in, the relationships you have. It's just okay. And this is where I want you to realize things that are just okay are not actually okay. Think about the last time that you asked someone, hey, how are you doing? And they go, oh, I'm fine. Like, really? Like, you are not fine. Like, that is like a total lie. Like, get rid of that. Like, just tell me how you're actually doing. Like, why do you have to put this on me? Like, come on. And this is the same thing that applies in your life. All right, back on topic here. So God nerfed you. Now, your video game character is a function of two things. Firstly, it's your genetics. Let me break this down. You have DNA that contains genetic code. These are indicators that show what color hair you have, what eye color you have, what your height will be, so like those physical attributes, as well as some mental capabilities, like your gifts. What are you naturally talented at? Are you like capable of singing, or can you like debate really well? And then also it does have health indicators, so like are you more prone to cancer or something? Secondly, it's your experiences. This applies to your childhood, your socioeconomic status, the country you spawned into, and the communities that you've been a part of. Basically, to summarize the two, you've been given a hand of cards. And these cards are a combination of your circumstances and your biological attributes. All right, now let me tell you a story about a time where I was dealt a pretty crappy hand and I did a little bit better than okay, and it actually completely changed my life. Alright, so first off, I'm actually 5'6", honestly, on a good day. So, I mean, right off the bat, for me, just clothes shopping, like finding clothing that fits me, has been such a struggle, like my entire life. Things off the rack have always just been so like awkward. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like I got a weird body, like I've got like the waist is always like so large, but then it's tight around my ass and then like my thighs, and then it's like super loose around my ankles, so it just doesn't like make sense. So I really have to go to a tailor for anything that I want to fit me well, like dress shirts, for example. It's just like one of those like brutal realities that like I personally have to deal with and I've dealt with my whole life. Now, I'm gonna pull up on screen some pictures of me and just my body type without me doing anything, and the types of clothes that paired with that body type. So firstly here, let's see, I've got, wow, I am pretty freaking skinny here. Look at this, like the physique, not great, okay? Like, this needed a lot of work. This was 2020, by the way. And then, look at this. I'm going to pull this up on the screen. This is an image, I believe in 2019, around that time frame. But look at the sleeves on this quarter zip here. Absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Way too long. And then the shorts, they just, they flare out, they fit weird. I mean, different person. And then this other one here, it was a windy day, so my rain jacket was just, billowing in the wind a little bit, and it looks pretty freaking horrible. Again, sleeves way too long. It's just like too big for me. This was actually at Virginia Tech campus, so both of these pictures, visiting college areas, so yeah. Regardless though, I now have the system down pat. I love my local tailor. I have gotten items of clothing tailored in different places. I also shop at Lululemon, baby. With the Lululemon, I'm actually wearing some Lulu pants right now. Right here, they are pretty sharp. They are I believe they're the 5 pocket. They kind of have like the jean pocket area. So essentially what they do is they hem the length of the pants so that you don't need to go get it tailored. Like, they just do that up front, but it is a little bit more of a pricey pant up front. So regardless though, I have a system down, and I actually know where to shop now. I know what sizes I am, but still, at times, it's a struggle. I have the extra small in some clothing that I just need to get the extra small, and it's kind of humiliating to get that, but that's just the way it is. I've accepted that. It's just really taken me some time and trial and error, and just those moments of pain and frustration that woke me up to how important like having clothes that actually fit me was. And I really felt it on the inside, and I feel it to this day, the complete transformation in the amount of respect that I get on a day-to-day basis. So when I step outside, I can actually feel that respect. I can actually feel the difference in the micro expressions of the faces of the people I'm speaking with. Now, if you're, an aware person, you're probably like me, you can see the little micro expressions of disrespect almost and distaste for you, whether that's your clothing, your physique, your look, maybe your bad hygiene, but just that presentation part of human connection. I struggled with that because things just wouldn't fit me right, and I can tell. And now though, like I just feel that. So anytime I step out of here, and I have taken the time to cater my closet and curate a wardrobe that fits with the way that I want to be seen in this world. Like, at this point, I have the basics down pat to where like I'm pretty comfortable in my own skin, and I don't even see those micro expressions of disrespect anymore. Like, I finally figured that part out. So that's just a personal example. Now, something you might be telling me is like, oh, like, height is just like one thing. Like, what if I like actually have bad genetics? Like, I'm like completely like effed. Well, let me introduce you to someone here. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. Meet Zion Shaver, whatever. Guys, this guy, inspiration, okay? He went to a high school, I believe in 2016. He finished his senior season with a record of 33-15. Guys, 33-15. Let me say that one more time. 33-15. Guys, this guy had a winning record. And a winning record more than double the amount of losses. If this guy can do it, so can you. Let this be an inspiration for you. There is a way. There is a way to bring up those weaknesses. But Connor, honestly, man, I'm really not ready for it. Gonna let the world come to me. Hey, tortoise in the hare, slow and steady wins the race. Yes. I agree. Slow and steady wins the race, not slow and stationary. You need to make some movement. Start it here, guys. Oh, but, it's genetics. That's something you just can't change, right? Right? Yeah? Well, not really. Not really. Let me introduce you to epigenetics. Let's pull this up on the screen here. Epigenetics refers to the way your behaviors and environment can cause changes that affect the way your genes work. This is not mutating or changing your genetic code, but manipulating the way your genes are expressed. Now, without getting into the weeds of the science, basically what this is saying is you do have the capability to modify which genes are expressed. Although you can't change the DNA, the genetic code, you can modify how the genes are expressed and which proteins are created, which spur into bodily function. When you spur this bodily function, you can increase your capabilities physically and mentally by changing your environment. All right, Connor, fine. All right, you told me I gotta change my environment. I just don't know where to start, okay? Perfect, that's why I'm here. That's why I made this video, okay? Now, I have a 5-step plan that you can follow right now, here, today, to get you started and get you one step closer to that dream life that you desire. We're gonna start with step 1. That is make a vision board. Guys, I've done this. This has worked wonders for me. Pinterest, or you don't even have to use Pinterest. I would recommend it because that's where the most aesthetic stuff is. But make a vision board of what your dream life looks like. Take some food, some wine with your dream girl type of thing, on the mountainside in Italy, whatever it is you want, or maybe it's a bunch of beers with the boys. Just make your dream life and put it all in this one central vision board to give you the inspiration to reverse engineer, okay? So that dream life, I want you to, in terms of the timeline, look 10 years into the future. Now, the reason why I'm telling you to look 10 years into the future and then I'm giving you 5 steps on how to get there is because of the next step here. However, you need to think bigger. With thinking bigger, you actually are going to give yourself the room and the runway to actually, achieve that goal. Your brain works backwards. You need to find out what it is that you actually want, and then your body will naturally give you the motivation to get that in everyday action. So make a vision board, make it as detailed as possible for pretty much 10 years in the future. And what we're going to do today is we're going to get you way closer to that, maybe 3-year mark, even 2 years, maybe even 1. Time is relative, okay? It's about how effective you apply these principles. Step 2, make a list of your strengths and weaknesses. Now, the big thing here is to start with your strengths. Guys, you need to be mindful that you're a human being here. Be grateful for what you have, and if you think that you're not good at anything, you're just lying to yourself. Think about what you would put on a resume. Pull your resume literally right now that you have, to get your, whatever your corporate job is right now, or maybe you're not even there yet, but whatever job you have right now or would be getting into, if you were to write on a skills section resume, or whatever the bullet points would be for each job, think about those, and those are actually your strengths because that's something you've done before. So think about your achievements. Did you win any trophies in sports? You have entered that arena of life. That is part of your strengths and part of your gifts. Maybe you didn't do anything crazy, but you still did stuff, okay? Start with the strengths. Really have patience with yourself and be honest, and think to yourself okay, what am I actually good at? What do people tell me I'm good at? What does my family what are they grateful for? What do they look forward to when I'm at the function, from me specifically? Now, start with strengths. Now, on to the weaknesses. This is where you may or may not have a huge list, actually. We were talking about earlier, the flaws that you see in the mirror. Just write all of those down. Have no filter. Just dump your brain onto this, both strengths and weaknesses, and then we can work from there. All right, guys. Step 3. You're gonna pick a couple weaknesses from there, pretty much the ones that you look on that list that you made, and really look at those and determine which are a couple, like maybe 2, 3, that you want to tackle this year. Maybe this is social confidence for you. Maybe this is fitness. Maybe this is like a certain skill set that you want to acquire. Maybe this is like guitar. Maybe this is like another language. Like whatever it is that you think like is weak and you need to improve. I would say like for the basics, it would be like fitness, social confidence, and presentation. So your fashion and all of that. I would say those are good things to start with. But whatever it is that calls you right now when you're looking at that weaknesses list, this is where I want you to move into step 4. So step 4 is you are going to pull up your best friend from here on out, ChatGPT, and you are going to use ChatGPT in a way, and you're going to prompt it by saying, hey, here is who I want to be in 10 years, colon. And then you just brain dump pretty much what you're seeing in that vision board that you put and the type of person that is. What is it that they believe? What is it that they have in life? Whether that's like money, a family, like traveling, like, all the different things that you can get in this world. Like, what is that and who is that and what type of person is that? You're going to put that in, and then you're going to ask it, here are my weaknesses that I currently am in 10 years prior. How can I start acting today, here, and in my hometown, whatever it is, Wichita, Kansas, Dallas, Texas, Salt Lake City, whatever. And how can I act on this today, right now? Step 5. Put something on your calendar today. So map out the next 2 months and get something on that calendar that is going to be a direct correlation to improving your life with these weaknesses and improving the stats of your video game character, which are going to lead to speed running your way to that 10-year individual who you are. And this will be your first actionable, your first step that you can actually apply right now. But I'm just busy, I have things going on. Listen, this is not gonna happen. You're not gonna get anything without doing something, and it's gonna be a little bit difficult at the beginning. It's actually the hardest when you're just starting. It's like you're, pushing up this huge boulder up a hill, and it's at the steepest when you start, but then as you get it up, it just starts here. And I'll do it for you guys on this side. As you get it up, it just kind of flattens out, and then it gets easier, and then at some point it gets downhill, and then you can just let it go, and then it just keeps going. If you want to get the boulder all the way over there, right? So, guys, this isn't just me talking here. I want to give you a quote that I really resonated with. This is a super basic quote. You guys know Tony Robbins. He's in this self-improvement space. The path to success is to take massive, determined action. Guys, I'm not interested in just having you sit around. You need to take action. You need to go out and do these things for you. This is not for me, this is for you. I don't matter. I just want to be the vessel that is a sounding board for you and these problems that you're seeing that are in your life. And I want to be able to just let you know that I've gone through the same thing and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You just need to take the first step and get through that tunnel, okay? Another quote that I have here, it's actually from the Bible here. So Proverbs chapter 10, verse 4, lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Guys, wealth, larger definition, worldly wealth, you have the money, you've got the houses, whatever you want, but true wealth is going to be the fulfillment and just experiences that you can share with people and just whatever really drives you. I think truly you're not doing this for wealth, but you're doing this to get the highest ROI from the universe, regardless of what scenario you're in. You want to live that full experience. Society will try to hold you back and tell you that everything is okay the way that it currently is. And I'm here to tell you that it really isn't. Like, this is not something that you should be messing around with. You need to take this seriously because this is your life and you only get one go at this. You need to get rid of that doo-doo mindset. Seriously, stop just crop dusting your potential. It's disgusting. With all of this, you actually now have purpose. And you realize that God actually didn't nerf you. He actually gave you a mission to go out and adventure and conquer your weaknesses, conquer your fears, and get over that hump, and then gift that final form, that best person, the best version of yourself to the world. So with this, guys, I'm gonna include right here in the corner my fashion guide. Like, personally for me, this was a big one. Feel free to go check that out, but regardless, I want you to remember, you need to adapt or you will die. See you in the next video.